4 ways to use a VA home loan. As a veteran yourself, you can qualify on your own income, your own credit, your own assets, your own eligibility, and it's a pretty straightforward process. Now, just note that you're not going to be able to use any additional income to qualify for the purchase of a home loan, VA home loan, unless you're buying a multi-unit property where other people are paying rent. Then it's possible to do that, but check out our other videos talking about purchasing a multi-unit. The other way you can do it is if you and a spouse use the VA home loan together, so your benefits are going to be used. Even if it's dual military, you're going to have to pick whose benefits you're going to use for the VA home loan. And then both credits are going to be looked at, the income, assets, all of that's going to be combined, and you can just use the VA loan as a regular loan. Now, something to consider is that if you have, let's say one of the people your spouse has bad credit. Well, the interest rate's going to be based on the worst credit for the application. So sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't make sense to have a spouse on a VA home loan. And something to note with VA home loans in community property states is that even if your spouse is not on the mortgage, the lender's still going to have to request their credit report and factor their liabilities in for your VA home loan, even though they're not on the property, which at times can create some challenges. So I'll drop a link into the states that are community property states. That's why sometimes veterans can qualify in one state and then not another. It just kind of gets technical. But again, if you guys have questions, you guys can schedule an appointment with me and we can go through your financial situation. The way that you can mitigate using that other person's liabilities against qualifying for a VA home loan is by, if they're fully employed or they can offset their own debt, then you can actually provide that to the lender and then they won't count it, which leads us to the second category of VA home loans, right? So we have the regular VA loan, veteran, spouse, not fiance. They cannot be on the VA loan technically, but we're going to go through how they can. So the next category is called joint VA home loan. What that basically means is that you can have a veteran and another veteran that are not married purchase a property together and split their benefits down the middle. Now, there's technically no limit on VA home loans anymore unless you have an outstanding VA loan. But again, we have a bunch of videos on that. In that case, you're going to split your benefits 50-50 and you're going to purchase a property. Both veterans need to qualify for their half of the VA home loan and all the parameters around that. Now, note that joint home loan VA loans do take a little bit longer than a regular loan because the VA does have to sign off on that, just giving their blessing saying, yes, this is good to go. The last way that you can do it is a veteran and a non-veteran. Now, with this type of loan, the non-veteran has to put a 12.5% down payment. Where that comes from is that the VA guarantees 25% of the loan basically across the board. So a non-veteran coming in needs to put half of that up and the other half is going to be covered by the VA and granted to the veteran. But again, whoever you're having apply with you, and it could be literally anybody. The other thing to keep in mind is they also have to occupy the property with you, because with FHA and conventional loans, you can have non-owner occupied borrowers that are qualifying with you. So let's say you have parents that want to co-sign for you. They can do that and not occupy. With the VA loan, you can't do that. They actually have to live in the property, and both the veteran and the non-veteran also have to meet residual income requirements by the VA. And again, that gets a little bit tricky, but you guys have questions, drop them in the comment section, schedule an appointment with us. We're happy to help.